Alright, sorry for the background noise. I'm going to speak up a little so you guys can hear me. It is snowing outside, so we got the heater in the shop so that we can have some sort of heat. It's not very cold outside, but it's a little brisk. So what we're going to do today is we're going to tear the engine down to just a short block. Get the oil drained out of it, everything dropped down out of it. The other thing we're going to do today is, as per the couple videos ago, I'm not going to say prior video, we got, I got a roof leak. Well, that's good to know. So we got Kirky race seats here, and I got everything in my truck to mount them to the floor. So what I'm going to do is get them situated in here, figure out where exactly I need or want them to be, and hopefully the brackets will bring me up high enough so that I can actually see out there about where Steven's at. I'd like to be able to be about right there, but if I have to get tubing or something and raise it up 2 inches at a time or an inch at a time, I'm not afraid to do that. So we're going to start getting it tore down. We got to go over to the big storage area so we can get a table set up so that we can tear it down. But so what I'm doing here is I'm getting everything started to be torn apart, and we're going to line everything up on this table I have set up over here. I really want to see what the inside of this engine looks like. I've never opened it up before. So, new to me. Well, I can't say I haven't opened up the bottom end. I put bearings in it when I got the motor. And then it sat for a while, and then we threw it in, and it's just been a slow go since then. I got Steven here helping me. We're going to go through this piece by piece and slowly see what we find in her. So I got the valve train on both sides, and I got the head loose on one side. I've got valve cover, rocker arms from front to rear, push tubes front to rear, rocker stands on both of them, and then this is the inside head bolts front to rear. Missing one, it's still in the head. Outside by the exhaust front to rear, and then the intake side front to rear. So my brother showed up just in time. I'm going to have him sneak past Steven here and hold this open so that we can actually see what the inside of this engine looks like for the first time. So, on first analysis, it looks to be okay. I mean, it's in the dark, but let me turn the...
Rusty.
I hope it's not rusty.
All right, look at your head.
Well, that's your coolant ports.
Rust.
As long as it's not rust
all right.
inside of here. There's still cross hatches in this thing. Somebody kept up on this engine really good.
Nice.
I mean, we'll probably dingle ball hone it before we go back together. Maybe not, probably not, because I don't plan on pulling the pistons out, just changing rods and main bearings. But that gets us an idea of what it looks like in there. I need to take the lifter trays out because I got to put new lifters in it for the cam that we're going to be putting in it, and go from there. So now I know what it looks like, so I'm pretty happy with what it looks like, honestly. For all the nitrous I threw down her, she seems pretty clean. So
if you ain't got loyalty, nah, you ain't got nothing. No, you ain't no friend to me, nah, end of discussion. I don't need any loyalty. Give me that loyalty. Loyalty, not too many have it. Nowadays, motherfuckers so quick to take a knife to your back and stab it. I miss the old days. Man, what the fuck happened? Everybody
alright, so I got the oil pan off, I got the other head off, pickup tube, and now we're into the bottom of the engine. So I do have some new bearings come. I'm not going to open this until those bearings get here. I got some nice Cleveite race bearings. They're going to be for the rods, mains, and once we get all that tore apart, then we'll go back through and put all that stuff new in there, so that I feel confident for this next season. My heads look really good. I cannot complain for that. I probably could have thrown another 150 shot at my engine last year, but as we all know, in order to win, you got to grow. And this year I'm growing into twin turbos, so we're going to start getting everything ready for that. I have my 2 bungs coming for my oil pan, so that I can have my drains go in. Got to talk with my buddy about a couple other things that we got to order for it, but not a big deal. So, while I wait for those parts to come in, which should be today, I think we're going to move on to mounting of the seats. Now, I'm going to at least set them in there, see where I want them, and then once Steve gets back from having to go feed animals, we will put the brackets on the seats. Then we will figure out exactly where I need it for me, and then see where we need to be for a passenger as well. So I guess we'll get the water out of the seats and put them in. Alrighty, so I got the seat out of the bed and I was kind of looking at everything. Gotta wait for Steven to come back because I'm not gonna be able to sit in the seat and figure out where it's comfortable and be able to mark at the same time. So what I'm gonna do is wait for him to get back. So till then, I don't know what else to do. I'm at a standstill. I gotta wait for bearings to come in, which is supposed to be in by about 3 o'clock today, and it's about noonish, 11:30ish right now, so I got a couple hours for that. So I guess I could take all the accessories off of the front of the engine, I suppose. That'll get me a little further ahead there, so I don't know. We'll see. Because I got to get tools for that, which those tools are in the service truck. But I might have some in the other. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll update you guys as I do some stuff. Alrighty, so we went and ate lunch. We're going to probably start working on seat sweaters here in a little bit. But for right now, what we're doing is we're mocking up so that we can see where this needs to be, so that we can get where the turbo needs to be. I brought both of the turbos in so that we can kind of mock up where everything probably should sit. I would like this to come out and go straight back, nice and level, and then have the turbo kind of kind of up just a little bit. I'm not sure how much. Well, I can go quite a bit because this engine sits way in here, and the exhaust was about right here. So I got plenty of room between here and here that I can put the turbo. So I'm gonna probably make those sit level instead of being down. Just bring it up, boop, so that it tink tink, and go from there. So I'm waiting for Steve to come back with the cutoff wheel because we're gonna try cutting this off right where we had welded it before, right here, so that we can go straight up into it with these, like so. That's what I'm thinking anyways. We'll see though. Alright, so we got the exhaust kind of set on here, and we're looking at it, and we might go right out of this here into a tight 90 to the turbo, and then have the turbo go straight on back. Now, I know that I want my weight to be as close to the firewall as possible, but I can't see where I can put my turbos until it's in here. So what we're going to do is, we got an idea, we know about where we want to go with it. So now what our plan is get everything put back together once we get the parts in, and go from there. That's about all we can do at this point. So we're going to hold off on that, and now we're going to go towards the captain's chair, and we're going to try getting the seat mounted so that we can plan on doing that. So we're using this as kind of like dimensions of what we need. I'm not sure if it's going to be exactly what we use to mount the seat because I'm not sure about the thickness. But what we're got here is, I got this here. This is 1.25" tubing, and then I got some 3/4 tubing that Steve's over at the main shop cutting right now. Square everything up and start getting everything kind of mounted. Per that, sitting all the way on the floor makes me 6 inches, 4.5 to 6 inches too low for me to be able to see over the dash. So what I'm hoping this will do is bring me up 4.5 inches total because of where it's going to be on the seat brackets. So if that'll bring me up about 4.5 inches, I think I'll be in a comfortable range, and then we can start figuring out where I need to be there, and then we'll know exactly what we need to duplicate on the other side so that we can get the passenger seat in. But as per right now, we're just kind of figuring out what we're going to need to do for seating brackets. So I'll wait for him to cut that and get back over here. One thing I wanted to say is, I know that these turbos seem pretty small. I know they are small for what I'm going to be doing. This will get me started so I can do the first event that I'm trying to make it to. And we're going to see how far we can push this 4,300 pound truck. So Steve's back from cutting that. We're going to see what we got to do to make this work. So, all right, so we got it mocked up. Now, don't take this as solid gold to what we're doing, but it is very, very similar in some aspects of how we're going to mount it, I think. I had to send some pictures to James and see, but this is about what we're thinking. So we'll build some bracketry that comes off of this one to go out a little bit, and then with a piece of angle iron, and then goes down so it mounts here. And then we'll make sure our bolts go all the way through the bracketry and then to the floor, and then we'll have a plate underneath there that'll squeeze it together on both sides. So, and then that will put me up right about where I want to be, so that I'm not cleared down. Sitting on the floor, I'm right there. If we go up about 4 inches, I'm about right. 4.5, 6 inches is about right there. And that's my eyesight, and that's about where I want to be. That puts me down lower so that my center of gravity is a little bit lower as well. But it also puts me in a good position where my steering wheel's not on my chest. I'm not rubbing my belly on the steering wheel. Everything's kind of centrally located. I feel like I'd be pretty safe right there. So The next thing is find another 1.25 inch piece of tubing, go the other side, set it up, and then we got to start drilling holes into the seat so that we can bolt where they need to go. Or I might opt out of that and just TIG weld them all together. That the bracketry to the, well, that's not going to work either. Yeah, I'm going to have to bolt it, or once I get the bracketry on the ground, on the floor mounted, then bring the huck gun in and huck rivet it to the seat or something. We'll figure it out, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So now we got an idea with that. That puts us in a good position there. So I need to really wait on some parts to get it so I can change some things. So I think that's gonna do it for right now, guys. We're gonna end this video right there. This is a pretty good stopping point for us on this video, but we're going to continue the seat mounting in the next video. And the other thing is we're going to hopefully have some more parts in soon, so that we can start working on putting the engine back together, so we can start mocking up the turbos, so that we can make this thing go whap-a-pa-pa-pa-pa-pow. So you guys have a good one. Stay warm, stay safe. Hit that like and subscribe button, hit that bell, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.